Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Super Robot Wars X. We are on to scenario 16, I believe. So let's jump back in. We're still on the one path. We have our Gundam friends here. We just got Wu Fei, our new Gundam boy, and we'll see if we pick up anybody else on this next scenario. I have a feeling we might. I guess hero changed in Gundam Wing. I get he is a ways away from the kid who tore up somebody's birthday invitation and told him he was gonna kill them. So that's progress, I suppose. Oh, that's actually pretty quick into the battle. It's nice. Nice change of pace, considering all the talking we've had. What are these little Roomba-looking dudes? Some new friends! Yeah, we'll have a duo and a dio, which won't be confusing at all. Katra. And Troa, of course. To round out our Gundam Wing team. Okay, this is one of the kinds of missions that we failed before. Gotta make sure not to let anybody through there. So let me check. What do we got for our attack points? Nothing we can deal with right now. So we just worry about these guys. So let's take a look at our new Gundam friends here. We got the Gundam Heavy Arms Custom, piloted by Troa Barton. And yeah, he's got a map attack. He's got a little bit of distance to him. He seems alright. Also a very good circus performer. Then we've got Katra, Jesus, and his Sandrock custom, which I like that they kept the cloak on. He doesn't always have the cloak on the Gundam, but the cloak is cool. It's a cloak. And he's a little closer range, but it's alright. And then everybody's favorite, the Gundam Death Scythe Hell. And it doesn't look like a scythe in his hands, but that's because it's a beam scythe. and a little bit like a little green blade that comes off the end of that. It's very edgy. So yeah, Duo Maxwell, beam scissors, and he's even closer range than the Sandrock is. All right, so got a bunch of people in this corner. We've got a bunch of forests here, which is probably what we're gonna need. Let's see who can. If I go here, you can't. Okay. Well, as much as I'd like the defense of the forest, we need to be able to attack some stuff right now. Let's see how that goes. Okay. That's good. Get the heavy arms. Get our death sight up here. And try cutting this guy. By the way, I did look up. Hang on. Even more Gundam friends. The real Gundam friends. Judo Ashta. Beecha. Oh god, what is Beecha's last name? Guess we'll find out in a bit. Elviano. Ruluka. These are Gundam Double Zeta friends. Ah, Double Zeta is so good. Okay. So before we jump in a little bit more, I promised you I was going to look into the connection between Gundams and our Battler Dunbeam, because they mentioned that Sho and Zex are in the same universe. I still don't know if that's necessarily true, but I do know both series. Well, no, Gundam Wing is not made by Tomino, but the original Gundam, Zeta Gundam, Double Zeta Gundam, those are all Yoshiyuki Tomino shows, and he also is the one who created our Battler Dunbeam, or at least co-created it. So there is some crossover there, but I don't believe they're actually in similar universes. I think that's something that's made up for this game. Anyway, let's take a look at our new friends here. We have Rue in the Regizy. Oh, I've always heard it said as the Regizy, but I could be wrong. I just don't want to say Regizy. That sounds dumb to me. So it actually does turn into not a proper Gundam exactly, but it does turn into like a mobile suit mode, similar to some of our other ships that can transform. So we can actually, I think if we divide, I don't know if we can divide back or it wouldn't be divide again, but it would be like reassemble into this form. Let's get a little closer to some. Actually, you know what? Screw it. It's fine. Let's divide. Yeah. Okay. We can't return to its original flame. I think that's okay. We're fine. We'd rather have it in mobile suit mode. But there you can see the mobile suit version. It looks similar to a Gundam. I believe it's actually like a mass-produced model of the Zeta. I think it's like a mass-produced Zeta. Anyway, so that's what that is. We'll let it do its thing. I like Rue a lot. Rue is a great character. Gundam has quite often struggled with having well-written female characters. And I'm not going to say Rue is the most well-written character ever made, but she certainly, gets to live by the end of the show. Spoiler. And that's way better than a ton of other female Gundam characters. So good for Rue. L also is quite good. This is the Gundam Mark II. This Gundam starts in Zeta Gundam and then gets carried over into Double Zeta. Like it used to be the big bad Gundam from Zeta, and then they introduced the actual Zeta, which we'll take a look at in a second. So then that one kind of bumps down in importance, and then it's kind of like, yeah, I guess we got the Mark II. Somebody else can pilot it, and then we don't have it here. We'll probably see it eventually, but there's in Double Zeta, there's a Double Zeta Gundam, and then everything just kind of goes back down the line again, where Judo gets the Double Zeta, and that means the Zeta is up for somebody else to take, which I believe Rue is the one who usually ends up taking that, and then L bumps down, and she ends up with the Mark II that we're seeing here. So at one point, this was a hell of a Gundam. Yeah, L's great. So far I haven't switched any pilots in their Gundam units. These are going to give us a lot of, like, we can switch basically any of these people out for anybody, and we probably will, because there are some characters I like more than others. We'll get some new units that feel more appropriate for some people more than others, but we'll get there when we get there. Next, yeah, let's do Bicha next. And his Hyakushiki. Hyakushiki is one of my favorite mobile suits ever. I don't love the way it looks in Super Robot Wars. It just looks like a yellowy kind of mustard mech, but it's actually supposed to be like super shiny gold. It's very cool. Bicha Oleg, that's his name. Also, I don't think it has incredibly good attacks in Super Robot Wars, which is disappointing, because it's such a cool suit. Let's see it in action right here with Beam Saber. Also, Beach is kind of a shitty character, or like he's made to be shitty. He is not a poorly written character. He is written to be a shitty person. It is nice to be getting characters from shows that I've actually watched and can tell you things about. And then we should be able to clean him up with the Zeta Gundam, which is a very cool suit. And it's got a ton of attacks, and it will get even more attacks over the course of the game. It is it's a important mobile suit, and it can also just transform into the Wave Rider. So it's got kind of its own fighter look to it that it can go even further. Gets fewer attacks in this form, but unlike the Rigazee, we can transform it back and forth as we wish as free actions. I think though if I did move it, I couldn't transform it back. So that is the little trade-off that you get there. Anyway, let's do the Beam Confused because I think it looks cool. Actually, you know what? That's a waste. Let's just do the Vulcan Cannon now. We'll do the Beam Confused later. Yes, he's talking about Camille. We will meet Camille later. Camille was the original pilot of the Zeta. Camille's maybe my favorite Gundam protagonist. I like Camille quite a bit. Alright. So we took down a decent amount, kept them at bay. I think we can keep them out of this city here. Yeah, that's probably fine. Be fine. Also, I think you didn't see it on that attack because it's not a beam weapon, but I think the whole point of the gold coloring is supposed to be like a reflective surface. So it's supposed to lower beam attacks. That should be okay. So we'll check in. I think the Hyakushiki has some defense against beam weapons, or maybe just ranged beam weapons inherent to the unit. Let's go back in and check. Yeah, beam coat there. We can check that special ability. Yeah, negative 1,000 damage for any ranged beam attack, so those bullets didn't count. That is the case there. Anyway. This guy's hurt, but not by enough. I think everybody else is... No, you're pretty hurt too. Okay. How's everybody doing? 16s and 17s looks like for all these guys. Let's give Rue this one. Yeah, the Rigazee's fine. I don't think it's a great suit, and also it doesn't come to us from Double Zeta, which makes this really weird. Rue should not be piloting this thing. She should eventually be piloting the Zeta, but it will get a little weird because we don't have enough pilots who can all fly in suits that they originally flew in, and that makes things a little bit more difficult. So that guy was pretty hurt. I think we can actually finish him off with... Well, we can get the Zeta further down. It's probably best to tag team these guys with these two. Although, Rue might just be able to take him out. Rue kind of becomes like a sniper unit in these games with this long rifle. Good going, Rue. Or L, sorry. It's also nice to hear a silent voice. That's the song that's playing every time you use double Zeta units. It's not quite as good as the original Gundam double Zeta theme, which is Anime Janai. Janai being not something to effectively not in Japanese, so the song title is "It's Not Anime," as the opening lyric to an anime. So quite funny to me. So we don't have a whole lot of range. We can't do much there, and he's also a little hurt, so I don't really want to throw him into something if I don't have to. We'll see. I'll do this attack again. Yeah, I think that's good. I want to watch this attack again. It's pretty cool. Overkill, but pretty cool. And we haven't seen any attack from the heavy arms yet, so might as well do that. Let's do a little double Gatling gun. Actually, let's do the homing missiles, and that might not fully take it out, which would mean we could follow up with maybe the Zeta. I don't think the Yakushi could get that far, but so you can see how those other units. I'll show you a comparison after this. Wow, got him real close. And he did tag us for a little bit. So can't quite get there. We can get it with the Zeta though. So let's just do that. Actually, again, let's just use the Vulcans. Conserve our energy for now. We know that'll be fine. Anyway, so we got this unit here. You see it's quad chain gun stuff. And then these units, the Serpents, like they're kind of like mass-produced versions of the heavy arms in the Zeta, or not Zeta, the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz anime. So that's where they come from. Kind of a neat detail. Let's move you back a little bit since you're hurt. I'm not too worried about this guy. So let's take out another one of these while we can. Just a real good attack. It's a little too edgy for me. Like, oh look, we made a Gundam with a scythe on it. It's like the Grim Reaper. But I don't know. It's cool. It's still cooler than anything that G Gundam did. Okay, I don't think we've seen the throw. Let's see the throw version of this. Effective. Okay. Get some other new friends. Oh, hang on, hang on. So we don't actually get to bring everybody this time. This is the first time we haven't been able to bring everyone in. We gotta make some choices. Let's see. Well, we know we want the Zelgard in, and we know we want the Taurus in, because there are healer units. Tall Geese and the Wing Gundam, definitely those guys. I think we're okay without the Cybaster. I think until we can upgrade the G-Arcane a little bit more, it's fine to take her out. Let's bring in Wu Fei. Yeah, I like that squad a little bit better. We need to get Wu Fei some kills too. He's pretty low on there. I say he's low, but he's as high as Cecily we've had for a lot longer. You know what? Let's try to change that. Let's get Cecily up here. Let's have her do some damage. And yeah, we can put her there. That's fine. Let's move the Zelgard up a little bit too. That's probably okay. Yeah, let's go with that. I don't know why C-Book would know Rue. Well, actually, this is outside of my knowledge, but after Gundam Double Zeta, and this is, I guess, a spoiler, not really for the show because it happens at the very end with that, and it's what happens after the show, really. Judo and Rue leave for Mars or Jupiter. They leave for Jupiter. And that's the end of the anime. They kept going though, and there was this other anime, Gundam F91, this movie that happened, and that happened in the same universe as all this other stuff, but didn't affect any of the stuff that's going on here. And then at the end of F91, there's a manga that I have not read yet. We've mentioned it here before, Crossbone Gundam, and they go off and they fight I think it's called the Jupiter Empire. We might meet them as we continue playing, but I think Judo shows up in there, so these characters might actually know each other at some point. I'm not sure. It might just be the game like giving a wink and a nod to knowing that they should know each other or should be aware of it. Like, they're not exactly from the same show or anything. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, bugs are from F91, I remember that. But these are different than the bugs. I don't believe we've met this guy before. I wouldn't say black. It's purple. Yeah, Pull. Yeah, it looks like it's pronounced play, but I believe it's pronounced pull. Pull is also from Double Zeta. She's I love Pull, but I think she's done pretty dirty by some of the writing. Yeah, Pull 2. We'll probably get some more information about these characters and what's up with them. But what I can tell you is that Pull is a new type, which means she is similar to Judo and Seabook and some other characters that have kind of these upgraded senses. And that makes them better pilots, and there's some other stuff that goes on with it as well. But for combat purposes, they are just like superior pilots. Pull is a new type as well, but she's been captured and forced by an enemy in Double Zeta to like have her mind really screwed with, and then also gets cloned a bunch. And her first clone here, Pull 2, is then I mean, she's also a new type, but I can't remember if she's a cyber new type, like they needed to enhance her to make her a new type, or if she's just a new type because Pull's a new type and they're clones. I don't remember. It's been a little while since I've seen Double Zeta, but that's kind of what's going on with Pull. So a lot of mind control, a lot of kind of shitty things with that. You know, it's a good point. It's a good point. Oh yeah, Bellreed's a new type as well. Basically, most Gundam protagonists are new types. Hero's a little bit different because he comes from a show that's in a different universe than most of the Gundam shows. So I don't think they use new type, or they don't use new types in the term new types in Gundam Wing, but he is effectively like that show's version of a new type. Okay, let me remember what I gotta do here before this enemy attacks me. I need Bellry to attack Pull. Should be fine. Yeah, I thought that might kill. I don't like that. So we're currently on defend. If we did evade, 31%. Let's try to evade. Okay, good. That paid off. And Pole's going to attack Judo. Yeah, he doesn't have intuition, which would be really nice to have. I mean, he basically has the same thing. We could use Persistent Bullseye to get something quite similar. And that would cost 25, whereas Intuition usually costs 20, so it's similar. We don't need him to hit, though, so let's just persist, make sure we take this attack well. The Cubily is a pretty cool suit. Looking forward to seeing that in action. Just big and bulbous, and then it's got these attacks called funnels, and a number of later Gundam mobile suits have these funnel attacks. And one of the things is you need to be a new type to be able to use the funnel attacks, because you're actually controlling all of those little gun beam things, the funnels themselves, with your mind. Yeah, Zeta's pretty cool. Be nice if it hit though. But that's okay. And we still need to keep all these guys out of the city, so we want to make sure we keep an eye on these things. It's not helpful. Okay, that should be fine. We're actually getting a lot of work out of the Sandrock. He's got good defense. He's hitting shots. I don't remember the Sandrock being that good, but it's putting in the work. Be fine. We can last at least one more of these. Still don't like getting hit though. Yeah, Hyakushiki just, I don't think it gets its time to shine in Super Robot Wars. Unfortunately, it's in a number of the games, which is cool. It just doesn't seem to get many good attacks. It's a lot better in the show in Zeta. Not quite as much as in Double Zeta. Double Zeta doesn't do a whole lot with it. Beecha just kind of has it. But in Zeta, it's a hell of a suit in Zeta. Alright, let's clean out some stuff. Actually, he's at full health. Okay, that should be fine. That one's also at full. I think Rue will actually end up with this kill with the support attack. Oh, nope. Troa takes care. That means we still have that support attack though, so we could use... Well, it might actually be better to move. Because Beach is going to be in trouble if he doesn't get some healing soon. So I think it's better to get him closer to where our healers are going to be. And I think, like, this is the strongest attack. It should totally take this thing out. Ooh, okay. So that's a pretty good attack. Like I said, the Hyakushiki actually shows up in one of the previous games for, in fact, probably a lot of the previous games for Super Robot Wars, but in the one directly before this one, Super Robot Wars V, I don't even think it had that last attack, which is its best one, so I'm glad they gave it at least something. Regazi's in a similar situation. Need to kind of get Ed out of there. So let's do that. It's probably dangerous. Got him down real close to ending. He didn't touch us. That's good. Okay. Still dangerous because we got this guy right here who's a little too close. We got Pole, who's very close and can do a lot of bad stuff to us. We could transform and then get to you. Okay, so that helps. So this guy's on life support. Anybody could take him out. So that's going to be a Cecily job. Should have watched her thing there. We've definitely looked at what Iron Mask is before. He's the bad guy from F91. Okay, so I think that objective's done. We don't need to worry about people getting into the city anymore. So now let's focus on just doing some damage. Actually, can he do his map attack? Let's do that. Map attacks are cool. It might hit Wu Fei though. Let's it might hit Wu Fei and it might hit Seabook. 23% on Seabook's not bad, but let's get them out of here anyway. They don't need to be here. So we can do that. We can have him come up and just do a little damage here. Junpei can finish him off, can he? Get closer.
貴様らが正しいかどうか、この俺が見極めてやる。お前では俺を止めることはできん。
Good stuff there. Now we can do our rolling buster. Pretty solid damage. Let's get Bellry up here. I think didn't I say all he had to do was attack Bull? He didn't have to defeat her. Yeah, he just has to attack her. Let's do that. God, you and me both, Bull. Just a beast of a unit there. Couldn't dodge, but the barrier's gonna keep us pretty healthy. Not too bad. And now we can hopefully knock both of these guys out with our big ships. Okay, that's one. That's probably enough to get it. Yeah, but we got the energy to burn. Let's just use it. Nectar Hole, Hasha. Alright. Then still got some people we want to get healthy. Silgard can move kind of far, but not far enough for most of us. Yeah, let's bring him up here. We can bring you up. You should also do some pretty good damage to her. Always worried this attack's gonna miss when it does that, and then it always gets that second hit. Okay, it's useful damage. She's just using funnels again. Yeah, using the speed for that. You couldn't dodge the funnels either. Okay. Let's see. Got a few options to do with these last 3 guys. Yeah, last 3 guys we haven't attacked yet. Death Slice at full health. You're basically at full. You're at full, I think. Let's get you. Let's get you to take out this one. I think I might leave her for Bellry next turn. Yeah, I think that's what we might do. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use our multi-action. I'm going to bring you up. Have you take out this guy. Your Vulcan should be strong enough to do that. And then that should leave you with enough to toss that at him. Nice. And then let's bring the Death Scythe. Let's bring the Death Scythe up here. I'm not worried about that guy right now. Let's take out one of these guys. We'll probably not take out, but do as much damage as we can. We'll speed through this, but I kind of want to see the damage number. Or it's going to be like 5,500. Ooh. It's all a feel thing. You dodged, good. Okay, that's everybody on my squad. See what happens now. Yeah, of course you go after Beecha. You don't have a very good chance to hit, though. Oh, he has game. That's nice. Let's have him use Persist. I don't want him to heal himself. I'd rather somebody else heal him. That's just fine. That's fine. No problems there. Man, I think he's gotten 10 kills, hasn't he? That's a lot. Sandrock might be an MVP here. He's got really good defenses and honestly really solid attacks too. This will do like 4,200. Oh, okay. Glad to be wrong on that one. She's going after Judo. I think we're fine. We don't need to persist. Probably don't need to bullseye either. Actually, why don't we just evade? Like, we know we're gonna try to have Bell retake out her next turn. So there's no point in him doing damage. So we might as well just keep him. Try to keep him away from damage. I'd also like to see if somebody could actually dodge these funnels, and it does not appear so. Oh wait, he did! Hey, there you go. Okay, that's good. Ooh, he gets a support attack. Let's just flash. Make sure neither of those attacks work. That could have been kind of scary. Seen that attack enough times. I am interested in seeing what the other guy's attack looks like. She missed too. Just a whole lot of missing over here. Oh, he's just using the same kind of attack. Still going after Beecha, are we? It's kind of a waste, but I guess we just persist again. He might miss. We just don't need to take that chance right now. That should be fine. Ooh, counter kill. I think she should be able to take one of these. See the animation when it hits. Yeah, she can take one. Can't take more than that. She doesn't hit that one either. Okay. Alright, we've got some pretty roughed up dudes here. For the most part, I think we're pretty close to being done. So she's gonna heal up somebody, and that somebody should be Cecily. Take care of Beecha. Yep. Okay. We've got some other people who are in not great times. I mean, everybody else is relatively healthy. Can't get anybody else with the Cygnus, so let's just move it way up. Oh, we can. We can move and shoot for this one. That's nice. Yeah. Just make sure it hits.
行政局がこうも出張ってくるとはね。バリアンサー隊展開。
バリアンサー隊展開。バリアンサー隊はシグナスの前へ。
了解。各機フォーメーション。3機のコンビネーションで行くぞ。ネクター砲撃て。
This is way overkill. Got him up to 30 though. He might be our highest unit right now. And look at everybody else. Feeling close, feeling good. No point in letting that attack go. Let's just have you get up there. Let's get Bell. Let's get Bell that attack here. You know what? We should trim her down a touch, just a touch, to make sure that we get this. Who would be good to just do a tiny bit of damage to her? Maybe Wu Fei. Yep, that's what we're looking for.
心配するな。必ず助ける。
Perfect. Now we can take her out. He already has Fortune on, that's good. Yep, that's what we want.
やってみせろ。Gセルフ。こいつで。
Good thing we did that. 5500 wouldn't have been enough. Actually get to see the Tricky Pack in action, that'd be cool. No, don't really get to see it in action. That was the same for that Reflector Pack. Lena is Judo's younger sister, and she was thought to be dead at this point. Neil's not even here. Come on, bud. This is all a very simplistic way of how new types work. They just have that better understanding. It's kind of ham-fisted in the way they're using it in this context, but basically where we're going. And, okay, so Rue just spoils it. So another new unit gets added to the group. So now we can take a better look at our Cubily here. Cubily Mark II. So this funnel's attack from pretty far away, which is going to make her a unit that we like to use a decent amount. So we could have her attack this guy. I think it'd be okay in this context because she has that 16 number by her for the score. But there is something about using the unit that you get in the time, in the match that you get her, that I'm worried that sometimes those stats don't carry over, and that kill won't count. So in the interest of trying to make all of our kills count as much as they can, let's have Beecha do it. That works. Everybody's happy there. So we got 3 more units to deal with. That one's on life support. These 2 are full. One of those is a boss. Hero can rush in. Put some big hurt on that guy. Ooh, even bigger hurt than I thought. Okay, and we looked at last time what the zero system was, and it was just like some nebulous... Hey, they get better stats. That's good, right? This should put some big damage on him, and Cecily will get an attack as well, and he can't attack back. This is great.
戦争の定石は指揮官を潰すことだ。こちらウィンド。メガキャノンを発射する。私のグバルディア以上のスピードか。
Not too bad. And then let's see if Cecily can toss a little extra damage on there. She'd probably only get a couple thousand or so. Not bad. So we trimmed him down quite a bit. Thinking we might get the kill with Bellry on him next turn. So he's at 2,900. Let's see if she can take him out. I don't think she can. I don't think the Rigazee's strong enough to do 3,000 in a turn. Nope. Close. Very close. So, who wants it? We've got 9 kills with Katra. That's good candidates here. Let's go with L. I like L. get everybody to converge. Now I'm worried that we might have guys who are too powerful. I feel like that probably won't be strong enough. That'll be fine. Let's use Flash, make sure he doesn't hit us back. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And then everybody else is probably fine. Let's actually move Sandrock back because we are going to want to heal it next turn. We've got 3 units here that we haven't used, but that's okay. So we've got her defending. So if he does hit, he'll end up hitting Noin instead, but still try to lower his chance to hit. Nice. Okay. And then Bellry can finish the job. Let's get up close and personal. Oh, damn. We should have healed with our healer characters before doing this, but... Oh well, just a little experience we missed out on. Yeah, we didn't get a single kill with Alba. We didn't get a single attack with Alba. We just got a ton of new units, a bunch of new Gundam friends. These guys weren't in the Battle of Axis, so like, I don't know why Cecily and Seabook are talking like they are. We'll learn about Camille later. We don't need to worry about him right now. Yeah, so the other... Double Zeta is a little bit different in, like, it's a bunch of kids who end up piloting this team of Gundams. And the ones that we haven't met here, Mondo and Ino, will... I think we meet them later. And the Raikaloom is the like big warship in Double Zeta. Actually, no. Raikaloom is from Char's counterattack, I think. It's all basically magic. You know, he says we got the whole band back together again, but very rarely are all 5 Gundam Wing protagonists together. Like that show's got 40 some episodes, and it's only like 4 or 5 episodes that all 5 of them are on the same side working together in the same place. Yeah, so we'll get to see all these people that we didn't experience the story for, but we still got them. And that'll be fun. That'll be fun seeing who else we get here. Now we're going to have way too many units, which means that we're always going to have to choose some to stay back in the ship while we fight in future rounds. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Banjo in the Daitarn 3, I believe that's what that's called. Maito in the Might Gain, Battle Bomber, Guard Diver, and Black Might Gain are like robots with AIs in them, so they don't have pilots exactly. Salia and Hilda, Rosalie, Ursha, and Chris are all from Cross Ange. So we'll check out them here in a second. And then we've got sub-orders. And we'll talk about sub-orders here too. And we've got new DLC, so the next two things we're going to do are those two DLC missions. I don't know if I can get them both done in a single episode or if I have to split them out. We'll see. But now we've got lots of stuff to do in the post-game every time we do this. So usually we just come and check, make sure we get our attack points, like this. Talk to some of our new friends. That's a weird way to put it, Spiro. Okay, good news, we can finish this. So what do we want to do here? We could just give everybody an X count, which is pretty useful. We can upgrade their SP, which is not bad. The morale's pretty good, lets you use their better attacks faster. It's a pretty good question. I think I'm going to go with morale. I usually go with the EX counts, but I'm going to go with morale. I think that'll be a useful thing for us. Alright, so we got that done now. That means that we can start actually buying some of these new things and use all this cool stuff like getting extra movement, extra damage, extra range. Buy another turbo overclock. So we'll get to those once we get some more attack points. But now we don't have to worry about using them for the magic customization anymore. So that's super nice. Sub-orders. So, like I said, we're about to not use... We're about to get into missions where we don't use all of our units in a single match. And anybody we don't use is now eligible to go into these slots and to get stuff for us. We can get attack points just for having anybody in here. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, if you played that game and you have people like go out on missions. It's kind of like, hey, we didn't have you do anything here, so you can go and collect some resources for us. Genshin Impact is kind of like a similar thing. Patrol, you can up their score, which is really nice if there are units that we just don't want to use. Like I will probably be dumping Wataru into this quite a bit, so I don't have to use Wataru anymore, but I can still get him close to that ace status that we're looking for. Experience, they just gain a little bit of experience, and fundraising, they can get some money for us. So let's see. We've got all these people that we didn't use because they weren't part of our team at the moment, but now they are. So we can just dump people in here. So let's see. Banjo, we don't really care about, so he can just get us these attack points. Let's see. Battle Bomber, Guard Diver, Misaki. I don't know, we like Misaki. Grandis, that's a good one. And then probably any of these. Like Rosalie, sure. So that's fine. Score's the one that we do care about. We want to make sure we get Wataru and Shibaraku in here. And probably Dio. Dio doesn't have a ton of score. Well, he's got 20, but we'd like to get him up there without using him as much anymore. Sally is a good one for this. Hilda's probably a good one for this. Anybody better than Hilda? No, you know what? I actually like Salia. We'll probably use her some. So let's use Chris and let's use Ursha. Those two we don't use very often. Or won't be using very often. For experience, I'm going to say, are people that we want to use in the future. And just don't mind them getting a little bit stronger. So people like Sho, people like Marvel, Ida for sure. Anne should be a good one for this. And Simone, definitely. So let's put those guys in there. That feels pretty good. And then this can be filled up with anybody. So we'll just fill it up with the rest. And it's fine that these two aren't doing anything. So now we can execute that, and we should get 100 tack points because you get 20 tack points each for those 5. Each of those will get 2 kills. Everybody there gets 500 experience, and then that'll be 25,000 funds. And we just get this every turn. As long as we have these 20 people that we can toss in there, as long as we have 20 extra units we don't use, which we should be having most of the time, we should be able to get all those resources. So that's nice. So there's our 100 tack points, boosting their scores up. So Wataru's already at 37, so is Shibaraku. That's good. We're not going to have to waste our time with them as much. These guys all leveled up. That's nice. And got some cash. Sweet. Suborders are great. They're a great part of this. Option parts. So the Rigazi now, we can just not have the Rigazi use its I don't know what PWS stands for here. But we don't have to have it be like the flying unit if we didn't want it to be. We might as well leave it on. It doesn't really hurt it. And now we can also change all of these different pilots and kind of put anybody in anything we want. As much as I'd like to put Rue in the Tall Geese or something silly like that, I think generally we're going to keep what we've got. Yeah. I do really want to put Rue and L in something better than what they have, but you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Rue in the Hyakushiki. Because I like Rue. I like the Hyakushiki. I don't know if she actually ever pilots the Hyakushiki herself. But I feel like that's a fun combination. So we'll just leave that. That's good. We did get some power parts that we haven't been using here. This dual sensor. So who doesn't get hits? Who needs better hit percentages? Man, like this is the part of the game where it's like there's a lot of stuff flying around now. We've got a ton of units. We've got a ton of things going on. So like here, the G Arcane, that'd be good. We already had a dual sensor on her, so now we put a second one on. Maybe she'll hit things this time. Do we have anything else that we'd want to use? All these modules, I don't really care about that much. The flight actually might be okay though, because that'll give us better air. Who'd be good for that though? Maybe the Hyakushiki. Yeah, the Hyakushiki has a B in the air, and I believe it's like all these things that we've done until we get to space, it's an air unit. So if we put this on, it should get a lot better with it's both hit and avoid. So that's nice. Some of these units, fine. What about the Nautilus? Let's A for everything on the Nautilus. Oops, sorry. A for everything on the Nautilus. He's not going to get in the water. He's not going to get in the water. We're looking for somebody who's got like a... Okay, that's fine. So we can turn his B in the air into an A in the air. And that'll work. That's probably fine. Could also customize. The Zeta's a good one to customize all the way up. I don't think we've... Yeah, we actually... We might... No, we don't have enough funds. Don't have enough funds to do that. We'll wait until we can fully upgrade it. More fun that way to me. And then, yeah, let's take a quick look at some of these new mechs. And then also prioritize these a little better because we are going to start having to choose. So let's see here. The Might Gain. This is... I have not watched Might Gain or whatever it's called. The anime, whatever that is called. But I think it's kind of like a Power Ranger-y kind of show where there are these different units that can all kind of connect to each other. It connects into like a big train, which is kind of cool. It's a useful enough unit. It's got some good attacks to it. So we'll probably use it, even though we don't care about it too much. You can kind of see the Megazord look that a lot of these characters have. So kind of same with Battle Bomber, Guard Diver, similar situation. Except he can repair, so we have another repair unit. That's nice. And then the Black Might Gain, which is just kind of like a dark Megazord. He's quite good. We might... Yeah, I think he gets better over time, but he's quite good. We'll probably use him a little bit too. The Arquebus Salia Custom. All of these units I think look really cool. I don't know if they're that strong, but they're pretty cool looking units. The Glaive. And then got a couple different kind of Glaive styles. And then the Hauser style, she's a repair unit. And then Chris is actually a resupply unit, so she can't heal. You can give her something to heal, though, but she has the ability to resupply units, which is super nice if we've got some units who are using a ton of energy. Like Simone. Simone uses a ton of energy. Nice to have him back. So, right, we were going to prioritize. So the Gurren Lagann, definitely one we're going to look at a lot more. Battle Bomber will probably give one here. Oh, not Battle Bomber. Might Gain and Black Might Gain. The Cygnus already comes to us automatically because it's a warship, so no need to put that higher on the list. These two, we're going to just try to get the rest of their kills through the suborder system. Kubelei's real good. Yakushiki's real... Well, you know my feelings on the Yakushiki at this point. Death Sight's great. Heavy Arms is fine. Sandrock was apparently really good. I don't like the Ultron, but we're going to use it a little bit anyway. Not going to use the Rigazi much. Probably not going to use the Mark II as much. Zeta's very good. We'll give that a 2. The Dunbean I like. I don't really care about the Daitarn 3. It's huge. Oh, did we not look at the Daitarn 3? Yeah. This is the Daitarn 3. It's huge. It's got a size 2L, which is one of the bigger sizes in this game, which means it doesn't take a ton of damage from other units that are smaller than it, and that's kind of a nice thing. And it's got a ton of attacks. I know the game is called Super Robot Wars. I'm not actually that much of a super robot fan. I'm more of like a mech, like a regular kind of mech, like a Gundam style mech, singular pilot thing, and the Daitarn's just a little big and a little silly. We'll use it a little bit, but it's not one of my favorite units. The Vilcus we should probably use a little bit more. And I think the rest of these are probably okay. Actually, let's give a second one to the Gundam F91. Okay, so now when we go back in, now they're all arranged, so these high priority ones are first. So we know to pick these guys before we pick these guys. Good stuff all around. I think that's everything. Like I said, we've got a couple DLCs here. This Endless Waltz DLC, bonus chapter, and Beautiful Blue Water, where we'll get some cool stuff. We'll get to see that stuff in a bit. Let's save here. and call it. I'm sure you guys are tired. I am tired. So let's call it here, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching.